Welcome back, TCG players and friends alike. This is Ryotin CCG, bringing you a deck profile on my Moonwalker Muzan deck. Yes, I call it Moonwalker because, again, Muzan, it's Michael Jackson. And which is funny story, kind of a tangent here. But the reason how I got into Demon Slayer was because my friend said, hey, you should watch this. I'm like, oh, is it a Michael Jackson anime? And they said, yeah, sure, go ahead and watch it. And it was not a Michael Jackson anime. It definitely was not that, but I got hooked. But as we know, in Unionarena, Demon Slayer just came out. Actually, by the time this video come up, pre-releases are doing and the set actually releases Friday. And this is my deck profile. That's why I'm using EX Burst. If you have not used EX Burst to make your deck profiles and test out your decks, why not? This website is awesome. I truly love it. Yes, I'm going to promote this in each of my videos from Unionarena, and I don't care how shameless that is. I truly enjoy using this. But let's get into the deck profile. So again, my Muzan deck is a little bit different than other Muzan decks that you've probably been seeing around. Again, I've seen a lot of great lists for this one, but for me, in my particular playstyle, I feel this list works the way I want to, and getting me to that magic 20 so I can use Muzan to end out the game. So to start off, we do have 4 copies of the lower 4. It's a lower ranked demon, and this card's effect is when sideline, you draw a card, 0 cost, get your energy flowing going. Again, I run a lot of the lower demons in my deck, so I'm easy to search off Muzan, and each of them has when sideline, draw a card. So I'm able to really filter through my deck, get cards discarded, and hopefully hit that 20 very, very early. And then also, with them being such low cost, get them on the board and just really rush down my opponent very, very early. And then having just cheap blockers to block to, again, get to that magic 20. Next up, we run 4 copies of lower 6. This one has a little bit more unique skill. When sideline, you draw a card, then place 1 card from hand into your sideline. So again, it's a double. And some other combo cards in here that work very, very well with it. Then we're running 3 copies of Boy Form. This is our switch to resting. It gains a energy. I became more and more, and I'm playing Unionarena, I am more of a fan of these cards than over the card that basically bounces the card back to give it to. I feel like that sets you back too much. Where I feel like this one, you're able to keep tempo. You're not really losing cards. You're not paying 2 resources to replay a card. And that's why I like this one. And then also, again, it's just adding to that, getting cards into the sideline. So again, we are running 11 zeros, and then we go ahead into our ones. We're running 8 ones, and it is lower 3. And when sideline, draw a card. Again, most of these cards have that effect. When they get sideline, draw a card. Just kind of keep my hand full. And then we have 4 copies of Muzan. This is the 1 cost 1, 2K, and when played, look at the top 5 cards. Reveal 1 lower ranked demon. If any card from out your hand, place many cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. And if you add a card to your hand, place 1 card from your hand to sideline. Again, it's just keep getting that sideline piled up. And again, that's why we have so many lower ranks in here. So when we play this card, we pretty much are hitting anything that we need in our deck. And it's not really missing anything unless we're getting some other cards that we'll get into, which is some of the Muzan cards. Then we run MU. This is a 2 cost. When played, if character has been sidelined this turn, draw a card. Also is a trigger. Where if it does get hit in our life, gives 3K to a card to end the turn. Restands it. Nice body with 25K. And then also, as you complete your combos, you can play this card down, draw an extra card, and then hit something to attack. Or you can go ahead and raid. We do run the raid target in this deck. We have only 1 raid in this deck, but that's why we have it there. Then we have the 2 cost Muzan. Oh, I'm not sure what just happened. There we go. And this one it gives 2 energy. Again, I like this one more than the bounce one because again it's a 2, and when it's active, it does give that second energy, but it's giving us that 2. Because with this deck, our curve is very, very nice. Where we only pretty much need 4. We do run the Kaza for the 6 cost, and that's something to just kind of push more damage out there. Then we're running 4 copies of the color Muzan, and this is Geisha form. And then once per turn, sideline 1 other character in your field. Put the top card of your deck in your sideline. If you do, this character gets 1K. I like to keep this card on my back row to kind of get that 4 energy and just use it to pop different cards, and then also mill more cards from my deck to get to that 20. If I do need to move it to the front, it being a 4K is not bad either. Then the pride and joy of the deck, we do run 3 copies, only 3 copies. If you want to go ahead and take this down to 3 and run this at 4 for consistency, that's perfectly fine. But how I built this deck with the lower ranked demons, we're drawing so much, where a lot of times we're not missing this Muzan, and if it is in our life, it will go right to our hand. So you don't know, Muzan is a character that has impact 2 and damage 2. This character cannot be played onto or moved into the front line unless you have 20 more cards in your sideline. So that's the whole base of the deck. Get to 20 and get this card out and start dealing massive damage. Only thing that can really stop this card is Nullify Impact cards, and a lot of people are not running those in their deck at this time. And then we go ahead and have 3 copies of MU. MU is a raid card. You have 15 or more cards on your sideline. It gains 5k permanently, so it's 45 on both players' turn. And also, when you play, draw 2 cards, place 1 card from your hand into your sideline. Then we have 2 copies of Akaza. This is Upper Rank Demon, so again, this is not searchable. Only cards that are not searchable off of the Muzan is Akaza, this Muzan, this Muzan, this Muzan. So we have a total of, I want to say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12 cards, 11 cards that are not searchable. Our 50 card deck is not bad, including our event cards. So again, that's why I said this card really doesn't fail. But if it does, you know, you put the cards bottom of your deck, but then you're drawing so much where you'll get those pieces. But Akaza, play this character set to active on your field, which is very, very powerful. Then you can discard 2 cards. It gets Snipe and Impact until the end of the turn. Again, you can drop this down, get a target out there very, very quickly, deal some excess damage, and then also you're building to that 20. And then on to our event cards, we have 4 copies of Purge. Purge is probably one of the best combo pieces in this entire deck. I believe entire purple in general. Where Purge, sideline 1 character in your field, you do choose up to 1 of your AP cards, switch to active, and draw 2 cards. So again, you can use Purge. You can get rid of a lower 4, lower 6. You draw 2 cards, reset your AP, discard prop, draw another card. So you're essentially drawing 3 cards. And if you're behind, you can go ahead and pay 1 AP, draw a card, play Purge, get 2 more. This one, that's 4. That's 4 cards you draw in 1 turn. Then we have Lower Your Heads, Crouch Down, Prostate, Yourselves. Yeah, that word. And this one is silent 1 character on your field. Due to the 1 character in your opponent's field, front line, and silent, draw a card. Again, this just synergizes very, very well with all of our lower cards. So again, we have enough to hit. So we can draw the card off this card and get rid of something. And then, of course, we have that final trigger, which is choose your AP, which is an active. Again, I'm playing around a lot with this deck. I am playing actually in a tournament tonight where I'm trying this out. And I really, really do like this deck. Some cards I would say that you can go ahead and put in here. We'll go ahead and put our filters on. And again, this is why I said I love this website so much. A lot of people are playing the Tioni, which is when sideline, choose up to 1 following. Choose up to 1 character on your field, move it to the other line. Or you may choose 1 character on both your front line and your line and swamp them. A lot of people are playing this card in at 0 cost. Again, I feel like this is very, very good. But I feel like it's very, very useless until you get to 20 cards in your sideline. And that's why I elected not to play it. Because I feel like this card is completely dead until you get to 20 where you can play around that Muzan. And we already have a Muzan card that gives us 2 energy on the back line where this card pretty much does nothing. And if it gets sidelined early, you pretty much get no value out of it that you want by just bringing up cards that, you know, you really don't need. So that's why I elected not to play this card. And then also another card that I feel like you can put in here if you want to is the 5 cost Kaza. It is 5 cost 1 and it has impact with 4k. Very good early. I just can't find the room for it. If I did play this one, it'd be kind of hard because again, it is upper rank, so it's not searchable. So a lot of times you'll hit that card. And then also you have the Rue, which is a lower rank demon, which is not a bad card. So you do want to go ahead and completely switch out the color and put in Rue because again, it is searchable off of lower rank. And then when played, if a character has been sidelined this turn, choose 1 character in your opponent's front line and lose a 15k until the end of the turn. Again, you're able to reduce cards, and it's not. You don't have to, if not a card is 1500 or more, you can choose any card and lose that power. So you can easily go ahead and pop cards. This card is very, very good. If your meta is playing a lot of Tanjiro decks, use this card in there. Again, it will really pop those Tanjiros, it pop those Nezuko's, and really reduce their board presence. We swing over here, and then plus is another trigger that gives plus 3k. Again, this card is not bad in here. And I'll say if you want to switch out this Muzan for this card, it's not a bad trade-off at all. You can go 4-4. Either way is very, very good. Kaza, I think, is perfect at 2. And that's what I am playing right now. Again, I do like the purple version of Demon Slayer. I know a lot of people say that yellow is a little bit stronger. I do agree that Tanjiro and Nezuko is a very strong deck. Hashira, with them not having any kind of raid cards, I feel like it does keep that deck out of the meta. But I want to hear your guys' opinion. Let me know down in the comment section down below. If you like this deck, do you want to try out Moonwalker Muzan? If you do, head over to EX Burst, copy my list. The list will also be down in the comment section down below. Until next time, this has been Ryotin.